It's a beautiful day to you, our lovely and smart real estate investors, both at home and also in diaspora. In case you're coming across this channel for the first time, this is Investment with Chris Holmes. So do well to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell so that when we drop video as the hot, you will be the very first person to have access to see it, get those detailed information before it gets to others. One of the things we prioritize here at Chris Holmes Investment is that we prioritize safety, we prioritize profits, and of course, we prioritize a good real estate investment that will obviously stand the test of time. So do well to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell, and of course, you're good to go. So today we're going to continue from our series, which is the Ibeju Lekki series that we've been doing, our Ibeju Lekki story series, and today we're going to continue from where we stopped. So last week we talked about places, important places where you can invest. I went as far as giving you the different metropolises that we have in Ibeju Lekki, the different areas, how Ibeju Lekki is divided into different places. So in case you have missed that video, you were not, you didn't have time to check it out. Of course, not to worry, just subscribe to this channel, scroll through, and you find those videos there. Of course, the channel is still very well doing well. So those videos are very, very easy for you to access. So on this episode of our Ibeju Lekki story, we're going to be looking at the Lekki deep sea ports. Of course, I also mentioned last week that we have two major deep sea ports in Ibeju Lekki. We talked about the Lagos State deep sea port and, of course, the Dangote private deep sea port. So today we're going to be talking about the deep sea ports. Now, what makes the deep sea port unique? Why is Lagos State government focusing on that deep sea port? Just last week, the deep sea port took some cargoes of some goods that were delivered, and of course, information reaching us was that cargo came all the way from China. So that is an indicator that the deep sea port has commenced operation. Although the operation can be gradual, but that is a clear indicator that something big is coming to Ibeju Lekki. So if you're thinking what we're thinking, if you want to do what you think you should do presently right now, is that you should start positioning yourself. Don't just be a spectator. Don't be among those who will say, okay, fine, I saw the news, I didn't take them. That obviously will not be your portion. So what we're saying basically is that position yourself for these opportunities. Now, today I'm going to be talking the importance, what this deep spot is going to do to the Ibeju Lekki economy, the Lagos economy, as well as the West Africa economy. Do you know that the deep sea port is going to be the largest in Africa? Now, this is what it means. Now, for it being the largest deep sea port in Africa, presently, Lagos State has spent $14 billion into that cargo. Of course, they are doing this deep sea port in partnership with some Chinese investors. So that means that the deep sea port is a government private owner entity. Now, this deep sea port is going to be the game changer. It is predicted that the deep sea port will contribute 78% to the Lagos State GDP. Do you know what that means? That means that Lagos economy will be deriving most of its revenue as a result of the activities that we have, that will be going on in the deep sea port. This obviously is a wonderful news. So if you should understand that the deep sea port, apart from this, the deep sea port will also be one of the major employer of labor in this axis. Presently, it is projected that over 2,000 people will be employed to work at the deep sea port. So this obviously is a good news for an investor who has eagle eyes, an investor who can see into the future and take advantage of this. On this segment of our Ibeju Lekki story, I'm going to be telling you the major facilities that is being brought into the deep sea port, the investment opportunities, why people are positioning themselves. So when I was talking about Grace Court at Akodo Ibeju Lekki and the opulence beachfront at also at Orimedu Ibeju Lekki, this is a place whereby a smart investor can position themselves. How can you position yourself? You can get as many plots as possible, fence it round, and look at the possibility of building your own residential apartment. If I were you, what I will do basically is that I will build block of flats, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, because most of the activities that we have at Ibeju Lekki, most people stay at different parts of Lagos. We have people staying at Ikorodu, we have people staying at Ikeja. All the people, they stay remotely, so they come over to the deep sea port to work for a while. So once these guys are there, they need an accommodation, a temporary accommodation, and this is where you have the opportunity to become a landlord and rent rental income as long as you live. Are you passing me this opportunity? Are you seeing what we're seeing? So either you pick a plot at Opulence Beachfront or you pick a plot at Grace Court, Akodo, Ibeju Lekki. We are still saying the same thing. We are just saying that get an investment that will pay you for the rest of your life. So by the time the deep sea port opens up to this opportunity, by the time economy is moving towards this region, in fact, even the one plot or the two plots we are persuading you to go for, it will get to a point that in fact you wish you have more. So you wish you have more. These Chinese guys are buying acres. The Koreans are buying acres. The the Lebanese are buying acres. Access banks are coming to this area. Uh, Dangote has bought so many places in these areas. Corn oil, people are opening shops and malls in these axes. Why is it that foreign investors get to be more interested in properties in Ibeju Lekki more than Nigerians and Lagosians themselves? Don't miss up this opportunity to own a property that is number one. We have done our due diligence, we have all our chart reports, we have fixed the title of this property. So even if government is invading Ibeju Lekki, taking properties, these properties won't be taken because we have an authorization, we have our registered survey, we have our governor's consent, and of course our gazette on these properties. So an investment we're trying to tell you to make presently is an investment that is safe and is an investment that will put millions of naira in your pocket once this place is fully developed, once business has fully come into this area. And of course, it's already developed. When you look at Opulence beachfronts, we have residential building. There's a beach resort towards it. In fact, there's a projection that Opulence beachfront may even appreciate to 30 million naira before the end of this year. Grace Court Akodo, presently people have started selling property for 15 million in these axis. We are still selling for 12 million with an initial deposit of 5 million and of course initial deposit of 1 million. Then you can spread your payments. Take advantage of these properties. Take advantage of the investment opportunity that we are bringing to you and be a licensed landowner. We're not doing this because of now, we're doing this because of the future. Because we have foreigners who have positioned themselves here. And these guys will fix their property at any rate. They will fix their earnings and charges at any rate. And because of the fact that you don't have a property there, there is a demand for it. You won't have any other choice than to pay. We're talking about freeing ourselves from slavery, economic slavery. How can we free ourselves from economic slavery when we are watching and foreigners are making investments in acres? That obviously will make them have more economic independence more than us. So there's a whole lot you need to understand. So these are just some of the things we want you to know. So subscribe to our channel, ask questions. If you want to go for inspections, let us know and we'll be glad to take you. Thank you very much. So this is where we're going to round off today's segment of investment with Homes. I hope you're enjoying yourself and have a nice day. Bye.